Friday morning, the 22nd of May 2026, and if you've just tuned in, literally walked in, you are absolutely right on time, right on schedule to catch your favorite rendezvous. This by now 273 episodes in should absolutely be your favorite rendezvous every weekday morning between the hours of 8 and 10. Monday to Friday, we take care of you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, where radio meets TV, brought to you by the Blinko Network, man. And we always try to give you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. We made it. We absolutely made it to the end of the weekend. Tomorrow, as the Vooka team, we're gearing up for the Africa Day Festival celebration that will be taking place at Morris Isaacson Center for Music right here in Soweto. And a bit later on into the show, Mo and myself will be taking you through some of the things that are expected to happen on that day, or rather tomorrow at the event. As you would know, if you were hanging out with us last week Friday, we were with some of the students and of course their facilitator, Mr. Mkhonto Upilelani, and he's one of the teachers and he teaches guitar right there. But with that being said, it should not be the Vooka Breakfast Show if we don't give you your daily dose of the picture of the day. Things or places that you can add to your itinerary and to your bucket list so that you can visit them and have a great time. And today's no exception whatsoever. One of those places is the South African Armor Museum. So the South African Armor Museum is situated at the School of Armor in Tempe, Bloemfontein. It is dedicated to preserving the proud legacy of the South African Armored Corps. Established back in 1996, the museum houses an impressive collection of armored fighting vehicles, weapons, and military artifacts that trace the evolution of armored warfare in South Africa. Visitors can explore indoor exhibits featuring historical documents, uniforms, and memorabilia, as well as an outdoor display of restored tanks and combat vehicles, many maintained in working condition to this day. So the museum also includes the Garrison Hall for lectures and events, a research library for military history enthusiasts, and the poignant Wall of Remembrance honoring fallen soldiers as part of a living heritage restoration project, and oral histories continue to enrich its offerings. Access requires prior booking due to its location within a military base, ensuring both security and preservation of this national treasure rather. And so if you have not visited the Armor Museum, that is absolutely a place that I encourage you and condone for you to go and visit and enhance in some of South Africa's rich history. So with that being said, I want to give you a inspirational message so that you can go into your Friday, the end of the week, with some inspiration so that you can tackle this day and of course the coming weekend. And this message is that history reminds us how access to education was once restricted and unequal, yet it also shows how far we've come. Education remains one of the most powerful tools for change, not just for individuals, but for communities and nations. Invest in learning, support others, and never take the opportunity to grow for granted. Take those words, run as far and as wide as you can, man. I need you to tell a friend, to tag a friend, that the Vooka Breakfast Show is live and kicking, and this is where radio meets TV. With that being said, let me quickly go pay my bills, grab a steaming cup of hot tea, and then after the break, the one and only son of Mother Nature, Moeketsi by Money, will be giving us the latest news and sports update.
Once again, a very good morning. These are some of your top stories making headline this Friday morning. Starting off with your first headline, Parliament presses Mashatile over crime and rising costs. Deputy President Paul Mashatile appeared before Parliament to answer tough questions on rising fuel prices, crime levels, and poor service delivery. Members of Parliament pressed him on what government is doing to ease economic pressure and improve safety. Mashatile defended government efforts but acknowledged ongoing challenges, saying interventions are underway to address these issues affecting citizens daily. Your next headline, Fly Safa under fire for oversealing flights. FlySafair is facing backlash after reports that it oversold flights, leaving some passengers stranded. Travelers have complained about poor communication and limited assistance from the airline. FlySafair has acknowledged the issue and say it is working to resolve affected bookings. The incident has raised concerns about overbooking practices and customer service standards in the aviation sector. On your last news headline, SIU recovers 25 million rands in Gauteng school cleaning probe. The special investigating unit has recovered 25 million rands linked to irregular Gauteng school cleaning contracts arranged through WhatsApp communications. The investigation uncovered improper procurement processes and misuse of public funds. Authorities say more action could follow as they continue to hold those responsible accountable and recover additional funds. That's all for your news headline. Heading over to your sports news, starting off with your netball news. The Joburg team push for the advantage in the TNL Power Week 2. The Telkom Netball League moves Johannesburg for Power Week 2, with local teams hoping to use home court advantage at Ellis Park. After a competitive opening week in Durban, the pressure is rising as teams chase early dominance. Defending champions and the lock leaders remain the main target, while a tighter competition is expected. Coaches are adjusting tactics and a very game now has bigger meaning as the race for top position heats up. On your football news, PSL and Canal Plus strengthen ties to boost the local football. The Premier Soccer League and the Canal Plus have strengthened their partnership following the broadcaster's acquisition of MultiChoice. The move aims to grow South African football by improving content coverage and investment in the game. The relationship, which dates back to 2007, has already boosted broadcast quality and fan engagement. Leaders say the PSL is not just a league, but a major cultural platform, and this partnership will help expand its reach even further. In your last sports headline, Pirates face final chance to end Sundowns' dominance. Orlando Pirates are one win away from ending Mamelodi Sundowns' 8-year league dominance. They face Orbit College in a must-win match where victory will secure the league title. Sundowns have already finished their fixtures, leaving Orlando Pirates in control of their own destiny. After a missed opportunity in their last game, the pressure is now massive, with fans expecting them to finally deliver and stop Sundowns' historic run. That's all for your news and sports headlines. If you want to share your thoughts and sentiments on these headlines, you can simply use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. For now, we're going to take a short break and then we will be back shortly after this.
It is a beautiful Friday morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to your day accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. We made it. The 22nd of May 2026. It is the date for this beautiful Friday morning. Talk to us. Let us engage on all and across all social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show. Right now we are live on YouTube. We are also live on Underground Radio. So you know that the simple thing to do is to use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or simply dial us in if you want to send your voice note on our WhatsApp. Dial the number 060-493-3226. 060-493-3226. One of the things that we always do on a Friday is to always get ready and get pumped up with some high energetic mode, right? So we are activating the Friday mode. We want to activate it with you. So let us engage. Let us, of course, clock in because it is that time. My name is Moeketsi, my man. I'm happy and excited to be with you. You know that I'm not always alone. Always with the best team right here.
Hey, it's not clock it, guys. You must clock it.
We are balabala.
Clock it. Shashalazo lelemi. Bengithi nyakunika mara. Hey, bengithi. Do you know that line from Casper Vest. Bengithi nyaku. Eish. Hey, loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Cherry powder. Hey, Mr. Mo, how's it going, my brother?
Good. It's a Friday.
Yes, sir.
We've all been waiting for this beautiful Friday. And
I have.
my weekend has already started.
Completely. It started yesterday afternoon, of course, with the Vooka Music Experience that we always do, both on the Vooka Breakfast Show TikTok page and Underground Radio DBN. With that being said, for everyone who's hanging out with us right there on the German airwaves, Underground Radio GBN, stand up, good morning. Hi, how are you guys doing? I know you guys are still experiencing nice warm weather, which I wish could be the same for us right here in Joburg, in Soweto specifically. Coming to you live from the Vooka studios in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon, right next to Zondi Hills, and just before you get to Bramfisher Kloof, giving you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by a very energetic start to the day. This is where we have all-encompassing, compelling, and of course thought-provoking conversations that are aimed at giving so much information to both you and I, and of course the rest of the Vooka Nation. Hi, how are you doing? Like I said at the beginning of the show, we do this every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, man, between the hours of 8 and 10, where radio meets TV only and exclusively right here, guys, on the Vooka Breakfast Show. And all of this is brought to you by the Blinko Network. I go by the name MOOCEE Mist. My name is MooCee Mist, and I could not be happier and more excited to be both in your presence and in your company, in fact. You know, like I'm happy, man. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to both you and I having a great energy exchange. I'm excited for what's coming this weekend. Like I said, Mr. Mo, earlier, tomorrow we're going to be hanging out at the Morris Isaacson Center for Music, and it's going to be such a blast.
Of course,
it is going to be such a blast, man. We're going to have a great time out there. Shout out to the center manager and center director, Ulungile Zapi, Mama Zap. Hey, yes, ma'am. You know, she's such a cool lady, and I look forward to hanging out with her, and of course the rest of the team out there at Morris Isaacson. The kids are going to be having fun and giving us some great music on stage, and I look forward to that. So let's engage, guys, you and I, and of course the rest of the Vooka team and the Vooka Nation, using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So it's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms, but the interaction also takes place on our WhatsApp number. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. I need you to comment, to like, to subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and Mo and Mr. B can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. You know what I usually say, man, and I like how the Vooka Nation has caught on now.
Yeah.
Broadcasting boys are up. Yes, sir.
The BBC. It's a club. It's not a club.
Like you busy BBC.
I feel like one day this is going to be, it's going to grow and become a big brand.
I know,
bigger than
you
us.
Want to be BBC.
Yeah, like
but I'm not upset
you
when you're passing
BBC.
you know how guys are.
You're going to be subscribing to the BBC club, right? And you're like, you know what, guys? The BBC club is out there at Mickham.
I want to be a BBC.
I want to meet the BBC, and I want to be part of the BBC, right?
The Broadcasting Boys.
The Broadcasting Boys Club, right? So we hope that is going to grow and become a big brand out there. With that being said, there's so much that you're going to be unpacking, and not forgetting that today is the day you give us your hot take.
Absolutely. Right? I look forward to that one, man. You know, I always challenge people's perspectives, right?
Yeah.
Guys, the latest, we posted one of the hot takes that I did, I think about a month ago or something like that, right? And this one was talking about pets.
Yeah.
And the hot take that day, on that particular Friday, was that I don't think that people who have pets should play host. Right, so please go to our Facebook page, guys, Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook, and check it out. I think we also posted it on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. And man, we have some great content, so check it out, man. But what you can also do is, because we are also on the German airwaves, use the URL www.undergroundradiodbn.co.za. That's www.undergroundradiodbn.co.za to find out more of what we do as Vooka Breakfast Show and Underground. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and also, of course, some of the discussion we are going to be having today is the gratitude gap. Do we think enough? The people that we surround ourselves with, our parents, maybe it can be your child. Do you thank your child enough for doing some of the things? You are working with people in a space, in an environment, working environment, right? Your colleagues do favors for you. Do you thank them enough? Do you show them gratitude? Because gratitude is the most important ingredient of making your day become very blissful, right? So we're going to be unpacking that. We want to hear from you. Let us engage. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yes,
but just before we get deeper into other stuff out there, a conversation we're about to have right now, it talks about the borrowed time theory, right?
The what? Borrowed time.
Time theory.
Borrowed time theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if you are someone who can borrow other people your time. Are you that person, or how good are you when it comes to borrowing people?
Giving my time to other people.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm too bad.
If Smakaling calls right now
For Amy.
and say, MooCee, you're on
I'm
the
at
show.
work.
Yeah, MooCee, at 10. Can you please come
I'm
pick
busy.
me up with my daughter?
Ooh, Nahan. So what I guess when I'm old, but I guess step it up. You want me to be like you?
Yeah, stepping up is a very great thing.
For who?
Phelo sa lebala gore we had this kana ke ntate mang gore show gore we are a deep African indigenous show.
Yeah,
shut up.
Shut up, guys. Shut up, VPS.
Right, the guy said we are African indigenous show, so we have to show that
By stepping up.
Yeah,
Angeke.
stepping up is something that is
No, I'll
very,
go
very-
It's fine. We can let it go.
You don't want to step up.
No,
Okay,
no. I'm
that's
okay.
a conversation for another time.
It is,
right?
but I mean, borrowing people, giving people my time and my attention.
yeah,
I think I'm fair enough. I think, but it's also dependent on what it is. Like, I go like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? I can't just be investing my time, because time lost is time gone, and you'll never get it back. Bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So,
yeah.
like, when I borrow you my time, what's happening?
Yes.
What's the thing here?
Yeah.
Right. Where are we going? What are we doing?
You can't just borrow someone.
You can't just be requiring or commanding or demanding or needing my time like that.
What about someone who just wants your presence?
For what,
I
though?
just want you to be there with me.
To do what?
Let's go to a park. Go Thabang, re tlo dula.
No, thank you. Have you hung out at a park with
Yo, plenty of time.
were you those guys growing up?
Yeah, I mean, when I got here, I think I had, a piece of my share of what I could have been now, right? I've lived up. I did whatever that I wanted to do. So remember, sometimes when you move to a new place, right, there's a challenge that a lot of people face, which is adapting to the place, right?
To the new environment.
Yeah, so now I'm glad that I did all of those things. I went to Thabang, we experienced, memories after memories, right? But I was like, I think some of the things, it's better to experience them so that you can outgrow them.
Go Nick.
Yeah. He would drive his car. He would drive his car with camp chairs in the car
And go hang
together
out
with a
there.
cooler. Yeah, and go hang out there, right? So it's some of the situations when people say, I want your time. Can you please borrow me some of your time so that we can hang out, because I love being around you, right?
But set the scene for me. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, right. So let's say right now you are juggling deadlines, family and personal goals. As you are on the Vooka Breakfast Show, there's some of the things that you have planned, right? Tomorrow you will be at the Micum, right? And someone, when you are there, he wants you to, he wants your time. That's what we want to find out. You are juggling deadlines, family and personal goals. A loved one asks for your time, but you are already stretched thin. What do? You get a call, you have plans tomorrow, and in your plans, there's some time that you can give it away, but you're stretched thin. What do you do in that moment? Do you decline the offer or do you accept the offer? Right? So it's midweek, you're exhausted, and someone close to you says, "Can we talk? Can we hang out? Can you help me?" You care deeply, but you also know your plate is also overflowing. Do you decline the offer? Do you accept the offer? Or do you squeeze them in a time? Because there's a term that a lot of people use nowadays called re-squeezing in. Right? Yeah, re-squeezing in.
Guys, re-squeezing.
You
Guys,
might be
re-squeezing.
You might be busy with whatever that you're doing, but
Sure.
someone will say, "Hey, Mist, I know you'll pick on me, Kim Kauslan, but please,
I don't
squeeze
have
me
the
in.
time. I'm sorry,
Squeeze
I don't.
me in, bro. Like even
See-
if it's 20 minutes."
You see, here's the thing, Mr. Mo. I plan my days about a week or two ahead,
Yeah.
right? So today's the 22nd. 3 Sundays or 3 weekends away from now, I already know, or at least I have somewhat of an idea of what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? I have an idea. It might not necessarily work out like that, but I have an idea. I've mapped it out, even down to the outfits that I want to wear. Right? So I know, okay, Mo said we're gonna go slow over Mo. Okay, I'll wear that shirt, and then I'll carry that jacket or that jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, but those glasses, I don't. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I know. So when I say I'm not available, I genuinely am not. I'm not trying to dupe you or like I'm trying to sway you or I don't like. It's none of those things. I am genuinely not available tomorrow. The entire day, I'm not available from as early as 7 in the morning. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because my day is booked fully. So MooCee, I'm fetish, man. Can we jump on a call and like 20 minutes? I really
20
don't have
minutes,
those
yeah.
20 minutes. I
Yeah.
don't, genuinely so. Because if and when I do,
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'm not saying I will, but I don't mind borrowing you my time or giving you my attention.
Yeah.
Well, understand. If I'm at home and there's not much happening and I'm just chilling and I'm busy with whatever I'm busy with, and you like call me up, hey MooCee, can we meet? Or can I come pick you up? Let's go have lunch.
Yeah.
Or what's happening, my brother? Are you available? Can I come through? I don't know about coming to my house, but do you get what I'm trying to say? But I don't mind giving my time when and if I can.
If you can.
But if I don't have it, Chief, I can't be forcing because it's a lot. Like we're juggling so many things, more life. It's not only work, it's family, it's friends, it's society, it's social settings, it's the world. It's like there's
And
just
you also
too
want
many.
the time to protect your energy.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I also need the time to refuel, man. I need the time to recuperate.
Yeah.
And regain this energy that I give out, man. Wong understand? And then people sometimes, people are surprised when as a Muslimist, you're always this bubbly and this very energetic guy. But sometimes you're just sitting there. Like, no, guys, I'm here, I'm present.
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm involved. I'm just quiet. Sometimes you don't always have to be the person who's talking.
Yes.
Sit back and just listen.
Yeah.
And just observe.
What's going on around you, right?
How Musi Ukwati, are you angry? Like, no, guys, I'm here.
Why are you quiet?
I'm here. No, I'm here. I just want to be quiet today. So if and when I can, I do.
Yeah.
But when I can't, I can't. And I'm genuine about it.
Before we introduce the tension, we know that we can also flip it to say, are you that person who always, asks or borrow time from other people?
Ask for other people's time.
Yeah, to say,
not
hey,
necessarily.
do you have like 20 minutes to
Not
spare?
necessarily. There's a person, I'm not going to say who it is or like what's going on. There's one lovely lady that I've asked for a bit of her time and a bit of her attention.
She was busy.
No, I mean last week she gave me a second. She gave me a minute of her time.
Okay.
And she was working, but she like, yeah, okay, no, miss, I'll take the call. We'll talk. We'll talk. And we spoke, and it was a nice phone call, man. It put me in a nice mood. It put me in a good mood.
Yeah.
But she also walked away from the phone call saying, okay, no, this was nice.
Yeah.
This was cool. So from time to time, I'll ask for, hey, Mo, Dinsang, are you around?
Yeah.
Can you talk? Let me come through, my brother. I'm requesting a car now. I'm coming to fetch you. I'll shut around, go call it, man.
Yeah.
Let's say, let's go unwind. Let's go, hey, see what we did there, Chad? Hey, let's go unwind. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But yeah, cause how do I put this? Not that I don't want, but I'm not the biggest on borrowing other people my time.
Yeah.
And so in turn, on the opposite, I try to refrain from borrowing other people's time as well.
Yeah.
Well, understand. So I think it's a two-way street. I give as much as I take, and I take as much as I'm willing to give. You know, I don't know. What about you? Talk to me.
I mean, for me, I believe in a system that I have created for myself. It's like a hierarchy, right, of people that I give my time to, right? Because you have the people that you would say, okay, these are the important people. If there's a phone call, my phone is ringing, this person is trying to reach out to me, I will definitely pick up the call and ask her, okay, what is going on? I will give you my time, right? With someone that I call my best friend, that one, like, give or take, if I am in the middle of something, I will always try to give them my time because I know what I'm going to get from there. Because we know that other people, they give you the energy. Some people, they suck out the energy out of you. So you know when to give some of the people time, right? So I think when it comes to that, I'm always wary who I am giving my time to, and I'm not the person that would ask or borrow time.
So do you give based on what you know you're going to get, or do you give because you genuinely want to give?
Yeah, I think also
you give because you know you're gonna get something.
Yes, that's my safety net. Okay, if now I'm feeling like this, yes.
But you get by 4. But you get by 4.
If currently I'm feeling down or I'm feeling, a little bit
off,
yeah, I know who to call. I know who to text because, I'm definitely going to get back the energy that.
But you do the same when
I do the same
when the shoe is on the other foot.
Nigga 2.0.
But that's interesting.
Introducing the tension. Some people believe saying yes is love. If they ask you for your time and then you say, it's like, no, MooCee loves me. Mo loves me because of he said yes when I asked for time. But you make time even if it costs you sleep or sanity for those people. 2:30 in the morning, you get a call. You listen to that person's problems.
Nah, bro, I'm sorry. No. Here's the thing. And you know where the danger is with that, right?
Yeah.
Is that people get to a point where it's expectation now. And this is something that I'm battling with, with individuals in society. I'm sorry. And I want Mr. B to jump onto this one and tell me what he thinks, right? Because I think we've had this conversation of, Mr. B, if you remember the hot take that I did, I think was it a week or two ago, of people not answering their phones of numbers that are not saved in their phone, right? We're not saying expectation.
I know when I'm going to call.
And no, I know there's no way that he's not going to answer the phone. Well, understand. And now you're expecting. Now you're thinking that I owe you, or I don't know. I know we're good.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mr. Mo. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So sometimes saying no is a thing. Saying no is I condone saying no. Afriberry was condoning selfishness. I condone saying no. Say just no, I'm not available. I'm sorry, I can't.
Selfish. Yeah.
Or I'm not in the right space to be borrowing you my time or giving you my attention or my time. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not in the right space. I'm not in the right headspace.
Yes.
I'm not in the right psychological space. I'm not in the right physical space as well. Sometimes or you want to tell me about your boyfriend who didn't answer your call when you called earlier on at 8. Past 12. No, Chief, I should be sleeping. Tomorrow morning I'm going to meet him. Chief, I wanna get as much rest and recuperate as much as I can.
Bro.
No, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I
whatever
can't.
they're going through, it needs your opinion. It needs your perspective.
Chief, no. I'm not available.
Because people know us based on our perspective that we're going to give. That MooCee is going to give me a great advice on this one.
Fair, granted.
Yeah,
and
so
I will.
I don't think I would wait for 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. I really need him right now.
But you see, this is where now I come to you now, right? With what you just said.
Yeah.
You give because you know how much you're going to get as well. Do you not think on some level, to some extent, that's expected? Do you not think it's expectation?
I think it is.
Right?
It is.
Because now it comes off as if you're not giving willingly. You're giving based on the fact that you know you're going to get something back.
Yeah. Yeah, but not in the same way sometimes.
Okay.
Because it's like, okay, when you would call 2:30, but nakito phonela oliko mereko.
Okay.
Right.
That's fine. I mean, I could
Sacrificing
quickly
both of us.
send you a message. I'm at work, but I'll get back
Yes.
to you.
Yeah.
So you expect because you gave me the last
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
But you see where the danger is.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
danger
yeah,
is
yeah.
the danger, guys. Gevaarlijk. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's a very tricky line to troll on, Mr. Mo. And we have to be very careful and wary and cognizant. Right, of how much we give ourselves to
Yeah.
people and how much we ask and require
Yeah.
of them to give to us.
Give to us.
Well, I understand that, and I think it's a two-way street, man.
Yeah.
Mr. P, I don't know. Talk to me, my brother.
I think for me, it's all about who is asking.
Okay.
Yeah. There's individuals that have deposited and played a huge role in your life.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
there is a level of obligation that you do have.
Do you think
onto
do you
them.
think so sometimes?
Yeah,
That you're
absolutely.
obliged to give them your time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then there's individuals that would sit in a different bucket altogether. So
Sure.
as and when I'm available, that's when
Yeah.
I'll give you the time. But if
Okay.
I'm not, I'm not.
I can't help it.
Sure.
Like we're on the show now, and someone blows your phone like they did yesterday morning.
Exactly.
Like you can't do that, bro.
Right.
And the thing is, I think now most, if not all, the circles that we run in, whether family, friends, social, or even work related, right? They know what the chances are. MooCee, Banele, and Mo are not available
At that time.
from in the morning, like 7, all the way to like, I would even stretch it, not even 10, but like 12.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And so and I think this is a conversation we had sometime last year, right? Hore, when you are calling a Mo between those hours, are you saying, even with the obligation that Banele just mentioned, are you saying that Mo should drop everything that he's doing? And then tend to you.
Go to a short ad. He's on a
Like-
show.
like-
Go to a short ad and answer my call.
My dude, just because that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny that I'm talking about it and the phone is ringing, right? But this person definitely deserves the name that just pops up. This person definitely deserves the time that she's requiring right now because she knows what's going on. Well, I understand. But yeah, like, and I think it's a thing. Look, I'm online, but it doesn't mean that I'm available.
Why are you
Understand?
not texting back because
I'm
you're
not
online?
available. I'm not available. Ngwana ko ga relax. Baby, when I'm ang phone lang, alam mo na phone. You know how girls will blackmail you. When I'm marang phone lang, alam mo na.
Why am I the one I'm always calling you?
No man, keep busy. Keep busy man. Busy.
That's why you
represent a image. That's funny. Talk to me, Mr.
Yeah, of course we know that there are perspectives. As we are discussing, we are falling on different camps, right? But for someone who's listening, they may differ in what we are discussing right now. So some of the perspective they include that for saying yes, it shows commitment, sacrifice, and prioritizing relationship over self. But for saying no, it shows that boundaries, self-respect, and long-term sustainability. And for the middle ground camp, many suggest transparency, explain your limits, but promise intentional time later. Make it clear to this person that, you know what, I do have some of the limits. At this time, I'm not available. I can only be available at a certain given time, right? And of course, just to wrap it up, the knowledge layer when it comes to this, psychologists call this time scarcity bias. We often overcommit because we underestimate how limited our time really is, right? Studies show that people who set boundaries around time report higher satisfaction in both relationship and personal growth.
Absolutely.
Because Lena, I've noticed that I might have 5 minutes, after the show, but not realizing
but even those 5 minutes are not for other people. It's for you.
Yeah.
You owe yourself that 5 minutes as well.
Because,
maybe not owe, but you deserve that 5 minutes after the show.
Yeah.
To say, you know what, let me come down. You understand?
Yeah.
And then I'll jump back into it again.
Yeah.
So, and I think even with friends, man, friends feel entitled.
Yes,
There's expectation and entitlement.
Yeah.
And a sense of obligation, like Mr. B mentioned, So I don't know, it's just a very interesting thing to explore. Man.
Yeah. But so when And when love and time collide, it is wiser to borrow from yourself to give to others, or to protect your time and risk seeming selfish. Some people, they believe that being selfish is one thing that they would choose for themselves. That means all the time comes to them. Now the time is no longer going to you because you've been giving 90 minutes of your time each and every day. The 90 minutes now comes back to me, right? But as we concluded, this one blends everyday reality with deeper insight, sparking laughter, debate, and reflection about how we balance love, time, and boundaries. We still want to hear from you by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. You can send your voice note on 0604933226. That's 0604933226. We want to hear from you. While you're still gathering your thoughts, let us take a short break and we will be back right after this.
This a letter to my pops up top, and it's still fuck cops. I don't eat pork chops, no. So we got the city on lock, it's going down, young Jock, yeah. Then they put you on.
Of course, it's beautiful music just to kickstart a beautiful Friday morning, and of course, get you in that energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. Still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. We are live both on Underground Radio and, of course, on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
It is the Vooka Breakfast Show, and if you want to follow us, we are Vooka Breakfast Show across all social media platforms. The WhatsApp line is open for calls. Dial 0604933226. 0604933226. Of course, some of the interesting things and entertaining stuff are going on right here. We've got you covered. Right now, we're about to get deeper in some of the things that you didn't know. If you didn't know, now you're
about to find out. Absolutely, Mr. Mo. I love that, man. If you didn't know, you're about to find out right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So, I want to ask you, did you know? Did you know, Moeketsi?
Yeah.
You didn't.
Did you know?
Did you know? Chungam, you know, chappies. Did you know, guys, that Airbnb is spreading its wings? Airbnb is spreading its wings. You're wondering, MooCee, what is Airbnb? Well, Airbnb is spreading its app beyond rentals by adding hotels, car rentals, and grocery delivery services. Airbnb. Mr. Mo? Mr. B, I don't know. Are you aware? Do you know
Groceries.
what Airbnb is?
Yeah, absolutely. That's like the Uber of almost said breakfast. I almost said breakfast show. I want to say bed and breakfast, right?
Okay.
So it's the Uber of bed and breakfasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Initially, that's how it started.
Yeah, but now they're growing
Now
and
they're
expanding.
growing, so it seems, yeah.
Right, into home rentals, adding hotels, car rentals, and grocery delivery services. All right. So the move aims to turn the platform into a one-stop travel shop, competing with major booking platforms. Very interesting stuff. So the rollout also includes added services like airport transfers and luggage storage across many global cities. Very, very interesting stuff. So some of the things that you would need to know is that Airbnb will now offer boutique and independent hotels alongside traditional home stays. The other one is concerning car rentals and grocery delivery, right? Grocery delivery. And those are being integrated directly into the app. So grocery deliveries, or rather delivery, is currently available in over 25 US cities via partnerships. Very, very, very interesting stuff. Additional services include airport transfers and luggage storage in 160 plus cities worldwide. Very, very, very cool things and cool stuff happening around the world, man. And then the changes are designed to keep travelers using one platform for their entire trip. Mr. B, talk to me.
You know how in China they've developed what they call super apps, where you've got this one application that does almost everything. So think of WeChat.
Okay.
There was a time that we were using WeChat even to vote. Was it idols? Ne?
Yeah.
You would use WeChat to vote on idols. So what China does is that WeChat has everything from your banking to travel to chatting with someone, making purchases.
Oh, wow.
they call it a super app. But in the US, they separate the apps. Hence, you've got this grid,
food delivery
sea
for
of
whatever,
icons. Yes.
this for that, this for this, fast food for that, things of that nature. I see.
So it's interesting that now Airbnb is taking a similar approach to what,
but integrating all of these apps.
Well, it's not really apps. I would say
Not
services,
apps, but the services that these
Exactly.
apps offer. Yeah.
Yes, because how we're trained is that if you're looking for e-hailing services,
You
there's
have
a
about 2 or
dedicated
3.
app,
Sure.
right? And if you're looking for hotels, there's bookings or Trivago
Sure.
and the likes.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that Airbnb wants to rope in
All of
groceries, hotels,
Car rentals.
car rentals, e-hailing maybe in future. I don't know. But yeah, it seems that they headed towards the super app
One-stop
direction.
shop type of thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nice.
That's crazy, man. So is it something that is being not flighted, but I guess put out into the
Well,
US
obviously-
firstly, or like in other countries and continents and things of that nature?
Well, in this case, both of these services will firstly roll out in the US, since it makes sense there.
Sure.
But for example, when it comes to food deliveries, I think in SA they will have a hard time.
Yeah.
60/60 and what is it? Pickup,
yeah.
ASAP
Yeah.
from Pick and
Pick
Pay.
and pay ASAP. Yeah.
They've got the game on lockdown.
Checkers and Pick and Pay have cornered the market.
Yo,
Absolutely.
strongly. Yeah.
Right.
Corner of the market.
Even locally with Superstore, they've started
Their own one. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's interesting where, I mean, if someone is traveling from whatever country to SA, if they have this one app that's able to do almost everything, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to download the local apps for that particular country.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you go to India right now, you don't know what food delivery app they
services,
use.
yeah.
But if you get everything in Airbnb, it kind of makes sense on paper, but I don't know if the rollout will be as welcomed though.
But let me. But the thing that's coming to mind for me is that not integration, but that adjustment period, right? Of and not the culture shock, but the culture differences, right? And when I mean culture, or when I say culture, I mean like the day-to-day culture that we abide by or we live by as different individuals of different societies and different countries, right? We know now in South Africa, groceries, Checkers and Pick and Pay are the major ones.
Yeah.
Not that there aren't other ones, or other stores are not wanting to roll out their own, right? But we know those are the ones. For fast food requesting, we have even our local restaurants.
Restaurants, yeah.
Like Omashobane, shout out
Yes.
to Omashobane. They've integrated their restaurant into things like Mr. D
Yes.
and Uber Eats and things of that nature. So we know that Uber Eats and Mr. D are the major ones. For requesting purposes or e-hailing purposes, we have Uber, we have Bolt. In Drive now we're starting to, So what I'm referring to, Mr. Pio, my point here is that do you not think it won't necessarily catch much fire as it will, or it won't be as prominent in South Africa as it is in the US? For example, I make an example. PayPal. We have our own easy transfer apps and money things that we use. Either using the app, or if you are like me, you are still stuck on the USSD. Right, but that side we know that because a certain brand of phone is much more popular, they use a certain way of transferring funds and things like that. So if you were to travel to the US, you'd know, okay, to make funds easier and stuff like that, you would need to download that
Vimeo.
app. Vimeo or Venme, that. Venmo.
What is it called?
Venmo.
It's Venmo.
Yeah, Venmo, right?
Venmo, yeah.
But we have cash send and we have e-wallet and we have all those kinds of things, right? So do you think it would be as prominent and catch as much fire as it would that side?
Yeah, no, that's a good one. So if it addresses this one thing that's needed almost everywhere, which is job creation.
Okay.
Now remember, with Airbnb, you are putting up your house, your apartment for rental,
For rental
for a
purposes.
certain period of time.
Sure.
Now, we know that Airbnb in that regard has worked tremendously.
Sure.
Now, let's take the other ones as well, where we're looking at car rentals and groceries.
Avis and all of those.
Maybe it's not a case of, hey, can they do the same thing and corner the market in as far as e-hailing is concerned?
Sure.
But what if you, as a owner of that vehicle, you're like, hey, I want to put up my car on
I see.
Airbnb.
I
right?
see what you mean.
And then you go and give, the person at the airport the keys and all of that. I don't know how
see.
it will work in the
see.
background, but that's the promise.
I see.
Or, look, here's a guy that's unemployed, ne? And you want to buy groceries and you want to buy the groceries on Airbnb. As an
Airbnb,
individual,
Sure.
I'm offering myself my time and everything else. I'll go buy the groceries for
I
you,
see what-
and then
I
I'll
see.
deliver it to wherever
I
you
see.
are. So rather than going through those channels, so if the promise is, hey, we're going to create more employment or job
yeah,
opportunities,
yeah.
then I think then in that case it could
might
work.
catch.
It might catch. Yeah.
Okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So it would be an option even if the country you're visiting, they don't use it as prominently or on such a high rate as maybe in the US or whatever. Like if you are like a US citizen and you guys use it very often,
yeah.
right, on a very often basis. But the option of using it in another country is there.
The services mentioned here, I do not know yet.
Yeah.
But
No,
this
but
is
I'm just making an
talks-
example. Yeah.
It talks of they want to introduce
Sure.
these other added services.
Okay, I see.
But I think for me, the benefit, especially when it comes to groceries, if it's something that's there, is sometimes how you would walk into a store and not find what you're looking
What
for.
you're looking for, yeah.
Now
yeah.
imagine if you're able to talk to someone and say, look, okay, rather get this than instead.
Okay, I see
right?
what you mean.
Because on the ones that we use every day, they would rather just credit the money.
Yeah,
And
if it's
it
not
takes-
there, it's not there.
It's not then. It takes about 3 to 4 days before
To-
the money
to the- yeah,
reflects
to
back in your
reflect.
account. So yeah.
I see. No, very interesting
very
stuff.
interesting,
It is.
yeah.
I think it would be fascinating to make use of it, man. This is me, Pella, putting this out into the universe. The
Textbook.
BBC,
Yeah.
the broadcasting boys, flying to America, coming to America, and we make use of
Coming to
Airbnb.
you
So
live
a
from
bit of
America.
backstory with Airbnb is that it began as a home sharing platform, but is now evolving due to growing competition and tighter regulation on short-term rentals in major cities like New York and Paris, right? Authorities have imposed fines and restrictions limiting listings and pushing the company to diversify its offerings. Right, and this shift, nearly 2 decades after its founding, is part of a broader strategy to capture more of the global travel spending market. Wow. Very, very interesting stuff. So what is next for Airbnb is that it is expected to continue adding more travel related services and partnerships to strengthen its all-in-one platform. The company may expand these features to more countries and introduce additional tools, including AI-powered support. Travelers can expect a more integrated planning experience with future updates likely focused on convenience and personalization. Very, very interesting stuff. So maybe perhaps you're someone who is planning an overseas trip, particularly to the US. Of course, we know that we're gearing up. We're less than 30 days away from the start of the 2026 FIFA World Cup that is taking place across 2 countries, right?
3
Mexico,
countries.
3 countries, Canada, USA, and Mexico.
Yeah.
And so perhaps you're planning on making your way to the US of A. And maybe this could be a platform that you could try out for all the purposes of car rentals, food related purposes, pick the list, groceries, and of course accommodation purposes. Man, I think it would be cool to find out from you what your experience is like or would be like after making use of the platform. Interesting stuff. So with that being said, today we are also celebrating the 142nd day of the year. 223 days remain until we say goodbye 2026 and hello 2027, with about 31 weeks and 6 days. Sibdodloze khale ke sayibuyini khale sabdodloze sibdodloze sibshaye man
Mamthembi knows best, man.
It's funny. Mam Chimbi knows best. Nakwate ngubaka motswadi. A 60-something-year-old. Mam Chimbi knows best. Asabchapula ntwana. Emo bekunjani Mike? Bongapchapuli. That's funny, man. All right, so that's what we're gearing up for. And with celebrating the number of days, we also know that there are celebrations or days that are observed, right, on an annual basis, on a 4-year basis, and things of that nature. And today we are celebrating National Maritime Day. National Maritime Day. Do you remember when we had the conversation about maritime?
Maritime.
Yes, sir.
When Ozet was here.
Eman.
We were speaking about the maritime. What, man? I get it. The maritime has its own, I don't know, spiritual world or something.
Oh, that's where you're attacking it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of JT Shabalala. Prince Shabalala, man, the spokesperson of the SANDF. It was about a year ago, I think. I remember when I had the conversation with him. And maritime was one of those things that we spoke about. So, National Maritime celebrates the importance of maritime trade and ocean industries. Annually celebrated on the 22nd of May. It commemorates the first transatlantic steamship voyage in 1819. Very, very intriguing and interesting things, man. Beautiful. The purpose is to recognize maritime workers and industries, to highlight global trade routes, and of course promote ocean safety and awareness. All right. The significance of maritime recognition is to support global commerce, connects international economies, and raises awareness of ocean sustainability.
Wow.
Very interesting things, man. Yes, sir.
So something interesting about maritime law, right?
Yes.
Is that there is the law of the land and the law of the sea, which is maritime.
Yes, sir.
However, there are some terms that are borrowed from maritime that we apply in our lives, right?
Yes.
So, for example, when a ship docks, it has to give a certificate of docking.
Okay.
And the same is true that when someone gives birth, right, there's a certificate or a birth certificate when it docks, right? And then when you look at a river has banks on either side of the river.
Banks,
and the water that flows through it is called current, a current.
Okay.
And then inland we have banks. And within those banks, currency flows within that as well. So there's a lot of terms that are borrowed from maritime law that we do use inland as well, right? So there's a thing called a canal, right? And that's when a ship docks there. But also when giving birth, there's
birth canal.
You know those kind of things. So it's quite interesting. It's an interesting study, but it's something I'm definitely looking into because when it comes to the waters, it's very interesting. Especially when I was watching Avatar, Way of the Water. You could see some of these things where it's like, okay, I understand where some of the terms that we speak of today come from the etymology of those words, but very interesting.
Very quite. So it says here, in geography, maritime regions are areas located near the coast or influenced by proximity to the sea, often affecting climate, culture, and economy. In law and international relations, maritime law governs shipping, navigation, sea resources, and disputes that arise on seas and oceans. Additionally, maritime can describe occupations and skills associated with the sea, such as those of sailors, fishermen, and naval personnel. The term originates from the Latin word maritimus, meaning of the sea, right? So some examples also include, or sentences that would include the word maritime, is that the country has a strong maritime industry, exporting goods via international shipping routes. Very interesting stuff.
It is.
Have you made use of maritime before? Do you want to make use of maritime?
I think right now I'm starting to learn of maritime because there's a route that our ships are using to transport fuel, oil, and all those kind of minerals. So right now, because of the war, it's closed. That's why we are facing the hikes when it comes to inflation. Also, when it comes to the prices and things like that. So if our goods are transported in the routes that take more time, that means we are going to be spending more. Because if my taxi was using Mpepeto and Mpepeto is closed, that means the taxis need to pour more petrol, and it also affects customers. That's when I learned, okay, this is how we are also affected. We are asking ourselves, why are prices going high, whether it's electricity, gas, fuel, and those kind of things. So I think also some of the things, even if you don't want to learn, you will learn. Yeah, because you are affected. You're affected as the customer and as also the citizen.
You're infected. You are infected. When are you infected? No, that's funny. I see, Mr. Mo. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. So, if you perhaps have never heard of the term, so now you know, you've learned something, and you can walk away from the Vooka Breakfast Show saying that, you know what, now I know what maritime is and what it entails and what it involves, man. Very interesting things. We know that on a day-to-day basis, Mr. Mo, there are always people celebrating their days of birth, and today is no exception whatsoever. We have quite a few people celebrating their birthdays today, and I have a few of my own very interesting and cool people that I've come across in my life who are celebrating their birthdays. But before I get to them, I first wanted to give a highlight and shine light on Bismarck du Plessis.
Bismarck, yeah.
Bismarck du Plessis. Is that how they pronounce his name?
I think so.
I hope so. I hope I didn't butcher it. I'm sorry if I did. But Bismarck was born on this day back in 1984 in Bethlehem, South Africa, turning 42 years today. He's a rugby player, a Springbok hooker known for his physical playing style and World Cup campaigns, rather. One of South Africa's most respected rugby forwards.
Oh, he's a hooker.
No stupid. He's a hooker. Why do you say that? Why do you have to hide?
I mean, that's a rugby term, man. I'm like, hey, man, are you a Springbok hooker?
So the other one borrowed the etymology, Mr. B. Did they borrow from
the other one?
From rugby.
Yeah.
Or did rugby borrow from the other one?
Yeah, depending on what they do.
Which came first?
I don't know, honestly.
Rugby came later. I think.
So rugby borrowed.
So
we have to explore what does a hooker does. What does a hooker does in rugby? Yeah, ow.
Funny stuff, man. Funny stuff. So Du Plessis is celebrating his birthday today. Someone maybe slightly a bit more popular on our screens is Ulunga Shabalala. Ulunga Shabalala turning 37 years today, celebrating his birthday, and he was born in 1989. Mr. B, your fellow 1989er right there, man. Club 89. Stand up, yeah. Ulunga Shabalala. I was fortunate enough to be, is it him? I'm not sure, but I think I was about 3 years ago to be on set with him for a movie, and we were there as Afriberry, and we were there as the choir that was singing in that church scene. So he was one of the brothers, main characters in that movie. Very, very cool stuff, man. Born on this day in Pietermaritzburg, and he's an actor, a TV presenter, and a model known for roles in TV dramas and major presenting gigs. Also popular in South Africa, man. Quite a very well-known and popular face in the South African entertainment industry. And then the last birthday that I wanted to shine light on here is Franz Kruger, right? Yeah. Franz Kruger, born on this day, on the 22nd of May, back in 1975. He's turning 51 years this morning, born in Kempton Park. He's an athlete, specifically in discus throw. So he specializes in discus throw, right? An Olympic medalist and an international track competitor. Very interesting stuff. One of South Africa's top field athletes. And this morning we are celebrating South African talent in sport and entertainment. Very, very interesting stuff. So like I said, I have quite a few people lined up who are celebrating their birthdays this morning. I don't know about you. Is there anyone on your side, Mr. P?
No one. Especially in the month of May, the whole of May. Yeah, I don't
whole
have
of May. You
anyone.
don't have anyone celebrating their birthday.
Even Sis May. I don't
Sis
even
May.
know anyone.
Ikekela Sis May.
Limnandi. Right.
Uyolidla lonke. Those shows were funny.
Yeah,
man.
but I don't have anyone.
No one,
celebrating
Mr. B.
their
How about
birthday.
you? No one in May? No family member?
In May.
Durang at 26, man.
Oh, Dura.
Duru.
Duru. Room service. DJ Nchebe Bafei.
26th of May. It's
On
going
the
to be
26th.
birthday.
So what?
Dura.
Next week we're
Yeah,
talking
Tuesday.
Tomorrow's the 23rd.
Next week, Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
Man, we're not gonna be in studio, but we'll still celebrate him, of course. We'll
Yeah.
still celebrate him. So I have quite a few people, like I mentioned, who are celebrating their birthdays and who have celebrated their birthdays, right, Mr. Mo?
Yeah.
The first one was from, I think, 2 days ago. The lady in red, right there. She goes by the name of Uzama.
Zama Masiki.
Why do you like saying that?
I'm taking a wild
You're
guess.
gonna say that in front of her. Wait.
Masika.
Zama, the lady in red. You'll see the picture pop up on your screen right now. I met Zama back in our Mzansi days. Let me see if I can help Mr. B right
Mzansi
there
Choir.
very quickly. It'll pop up now, Mr. B. But you were just on it right there. No, not this lady. Not this one, Mr. B. It's not
This is
one.
not Zama.
No, it's not this one. It's not this one.
Maybe this one is special. Save best for last.
Oh, Papa, there we go, Mr. P. You'll check it right there. No. They're on WhatsApp. There we go. Yeah. No. The thing that I highlighted there. There we go.
Click, bang.
There we go. Yes, sir. The picture actually is there already in the thing. So, Uzama, I met back in our Mzansi days, man, and an exceptional vocalist, Mr. B, doing amazing stuff right now in the gospel scene, man. Zama is a vocalist of note, a soprano of note. I met her, I think she was still in the 10th grade back in 2016. And this was back in our Mzansi youth choir days. And hopefully she'll grace us with her presence sometime very soon in studio so that we can hang out with her and find out a bit more about her journey in music, in entertainment, and in artistry. You know, from our Mzansi days, how has the journey been? I mean, I know that she at some point was a BV, a backing vocalist for Simpiwetana,
Oh, nice.
which was so cool, man. I was very happy for her when I saw her on stage with Simpiwetana, and now she's doing her own thing. She just released a single, a gospel single. And man,
Nice,
I can
nice.
safely say that she's one of those cool ladies, man.
Yeah.
Very, very, very cool. So she celebrated her birthday during the course of the week, and I really, really, really hope that Zama, you had an amazing, amazing one. So happy belated to you. The other one is the lady in black sitting on a chair in the picture that is going to pop up right now. She is actually a Dobsonvillian, literally less than 2 minutes away walking from the studio. Granny Mashaba. I met this lady back in church. You know her, Mr. B, right? You should know her.
Yeah, just a few houses away.
Yeah, she's literally like, you know.
So the Mashaba shops right there.
Why do you do that?
Granny Mashaba. Nice.
Are you gonna now say who's that lady, the gospel singer?
Winnie Mashaba. Maybe there's a resemblance there. I see it.
Funny stuff, man. So Granny is celebrating her birthday today, man, and I just want to wish her a very happy birthday. We also used to sing with her in the St. Angela Youth Choir back in our days, in the youth choir at church, right here in Dobsonville at the St. Angela parish, man. Mr. B?
But why is it that they give them such names?
Granny.
What?
Or umchita batu opa.
I don't know. Maybe
But like,
we should
imagine like she's like 1 month. You calling her granny?
But no, you know what I've learned with names like these, right? Because I think Zulu game, Mr. P. But really was so you are probably
Inheriting someone's name.
Yeah, no, not necessarily their name, but like Midupi, for instance. So Midupi in Setswana is the rain that has no thunder or lightning, but just keeps raining. So chances are you were born during that era where it was just raining. So Kipula ya Midupi, Umidupi, or Serame. Right, serame means cold.
Maserame.
Right.
Yeah.
So so in the olden days, our mothers and grandmothers didn't really necessarily have a sense of time or a sense of like the date or anything like that. You know. So when were you born? Hey, big band, when it was very cold. And then you'd be given a name like that. Or Umidupi, you know, or in names like Bo Opa, Bo Kreni, Opa because you represent or reflect the grandfather, Opa. You know, or Uom, or Malume, things of that nature, or Kreni, the grandmother. So they have significance behind them, those names. It's not just like Ewena Opa.
There's a guy in my street called Ndati.
Yes, Lynn. I have a family relative who's named Ndati.
Ndati.
Absolutely. It's Nyalo. Ndati. No, man. It's okay.
Ndati.
Ntate MooCee.
Yes.
Ndati.
You know people who have names and surnames, who have their surnames as their names. So you'd be Mli or Banele Banele. There's people like that. I promise you guys, these names always have significance behind them. It's not just like a name for the sake of, you know. So
but
very,
Granny,
very interesting
man, is
stuff.
wild.
No, it's not. I mean, because I'm used to it. But Granny, I hope that you have an amazing day and happy birthday too. And then the last birthday that I have, then you go chilo, saving. Not necessarily the best for last.
Saving the best for last. This
cool
one is a
lady.
very special, cool lady.
No, she's a cool lady, man.
I mean, this one's not last because it came up first, like it's on the screen.
Right?
Yeah.
Katleho Riba. I made Katleho in Africa Rise. As you can see the logo there on the shirts that we're wearing, it's written Africa Rise. And this was somewhere in town, I think, a library in the CBD. We were going for a performance there. A library. Hey, library. I get that my Kitchenas. But yeah, man, Katleho, an amazing vocalist as well, man. Such a lovely individual. Like she's one of those people who has a very infectious energy and persona about her. You know, you would want to be around her. So she's also celebrating her birthday, and I hope that your day is filled with nothing but great things. You absolutely deserve it. So from us as the Vooka Breakfast Show, as the Vooka Nation and the Blinko Network, in helping you wish anyone else that you would know of who's celebrating their birthdays, we would love to say
Happy birthday! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Hip, hip. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Hope that the year will be filled with nothing but love, laughter, and all things great and amazing. You absolutely deserve it. Yes, sir. Mr. B, did you want to give something? A shout out? A shout out, maybe? Okay. And yeah, man, that's what we have in store for you for the Daily Breed on this lovely morning.
Very interesting. If you know anyone and you would like to give a huge shout out to them on this beautiful Friday morning, you can simply do that by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or send us your voice note on 0604933226. What you're going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when you come back, MooCee has its hot take on the table.
Yes, sir.
And I hope that you are ready for that. So let us quickly take this break, listen to some good music, and then we will be back right after this. Some great sounds just to kickstart this beautiful Friday morning with you. A song from King Sis, song titled Wanna Be Free. We're still live and you're still watching your favorite morning breakfast show. Your energetic start to the day accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. We are live on YouTube. We're also live on Underground Radio. And if you want to dial us in right now in studio, you can simply dial 0604933226. That's 0604933226. You know that each and every day, each of us have our own hot takes. But on this Friday, we know that this day is dedicated to Mr. to throw us with his hot take. Right? So, hit us, my brother. Hit us. What do you have for us this morning?
Before you get to the hot take, you usually have a cup in front of you of
Hot
coffee.
take.
Today
Yeah.
you have a great glass. Not a smerry.
Today is Friday. My weekend has begun.
So it's your smerry.
Yeah, we have nice things. I mean, why do we have to hide if we have
What
nice
is it?
things?
Casual Friday.
Soft drinks, for
with
the
what?
team. Huh?
That water that has electricity inside of it.
No, bro. There's load shedding. There's huge load shedding in where I live, so I can't have water with electricity. Unfortunately.
So what are you having this morning?
I'm having a soft drink.
Okay. You usually have
Yes.
coffee.
Flavored.
Oh, it's flavored with something.
Yeah, it's a flavored black.
Do you know those
Soft
uncles who
drink.
used to have? I don't know if you, like in your
My
coming
generation.
up era or days.
Yeah.
You had those uncles, but Mr. B, you would know, right? Where we had those uncles who smerry.
Oh, who hide?
Those
like,
uncles.
No.
So maybe Lena was something in that you have a
Imagine.
smerry. Anyway, this morning, guys, I have I think a very intriguing one. And one that speaks to both you and I and everyone else who's hanging out with us, of course, even on the Durban airwaves right there on Underground Radio, DBN. I want to talk all things respect this morning. I want to talk all things respect. Before I get into it, let me ask you, what do you think when you hear the term respect? Inhlonipho, tlhompho.
Oh, respect.
What comes to mind?
Who? Values.
Okay.
What you value.
Okay.
When it comes to respect, I think of I don't even know how to put it, but I think values is the first one. Yes, boundaries.
Boundaries?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. B?
Or there's some other things that you cannot say to an elderly person, right? I
Specifically
cannot
to an elder.
to an elder. Yeah.
Specifically.
I cannot treat an elder the way I treat my peers. I cannot talk to an elder the way I talked to my peers. So there needs to be boundaries, values, and rules. If I
Okay.
can put that, there needs
Mr. B,
to be rules.
do you want to add? Do you want to subject?
Permission, consent.
Permission and
And
consent.
yeah.
Very interesting
So
stuff.
adding to what Mo is saying.
Sure.
But also consent, guys.
Okay.
Very important.
Very interesting. I love those answers. I want to ask you guys why, but I know we won't finish because it will just take us into another, world
Yeah.
of just exploring the concept and the idea of respect. So my hot take this morning is centered around respect. And you ask, what is it, MooCee? I'm almost scared even to share this one because I remember Mr. B and I don't know if you were here. All four of us were here. It was you and I and Afriberry on the table and Mr. B right there in the technicals. And we spoke quite at length about this one. But it is my hot take this morning.
Yeah.
And you're asking yourself, MooCee, what is it? Just give it to us. So my hot take for this morning is that respect shouldn't be age exclusive. Respect shouldn't be age exclusive. Do you agree or not agree?
I agree.
You agree that it shouldn't.
Wait, I
Think about
disagree.
it.
I disagree.
Think about it.
It should be exclusive.
It should be age exclusive.
It should be age exclusive.
Okay. So you disagree.
Yeah, I
Okay.
disagree.
Mr. P?
Thing is, I want to add or take away from that sentence. But if you're presenting it like that, I'm like, sure, I agree with you.
You agree.
Yeah.
That it shouldn't be age exclusive.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's my
It should be.
it shouldn't be age exclusive. Respect shouldn't be age exclusive.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
should be age.
You're saying it should.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. We'll get into it. So
Yeah.
here's the general claim, right? And this is what a lot of people in society would tend to think or would agree with or would gravitate towards, right? Is that society teaches us that age automatically commands respect. Elders are framed as wiser, more experienced, and deserving of defense simply because they've lived longer. The general belief is that respect is a birthright of age, not something earned. I'll repeat that again. So the general claim here in society is that society teaches us that age automatically commands respect. Elders are framed as wiser, more experienced, and deserving of deference simply because they've lived longer. The general belief is that respect is a birthright of age, not something earned. Talk to me. What do you think?
So remember when I said I want to add or take something away.
Okay.
So here's what I think, that respect should naturally, that's the word, be age exclusive.
Okay. Now
Because-
you're switching now. You're agreeing or disagreeing? Are you switching to disagreeing now? Because initially you agreed that it shouldn't be age exclusive.
Yeah, by that statement.
Okay.
Right? But I'm saying naturally, as in, yes, it should be, because the older you grow, then there is a certain level of respect that you command just by being older.
Okay.
You should be respected.
So, for example, we're out here at the doctor, we're waiting, and if I am an elderly citizen and there's not enough chairs, then naturally for me, I say that they should go to the front of the line, have a seat, and then be served first. Naturally so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But naturally, I'm sicker than you are.
Right. Lapo, we can take it for, what it is at that moment.
Situations,
For the situation. But generally speaking, even at a supermarket, elderly people get treated differently because of
their age.
by virtue of age.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff.
It should be exclusive. It should be age exclusive because I think growing up, some of the lessons we take with ourselves when we become these elderly people is that you have to go through the full cycle of what it feels like to be a child. Because if you are a child, who's given much freedom, there's so many mistakes that you're going to do to a point that you correct those mistakes, right? So if we live in a society whereby, respect is a birthright of age, an elderly person needs to respect, these young ones, and these young ones need to respect elders. So nowadays, when you walk in the township, you would see, grade 7s smoking in front of elders.
Okay.
So what are we saying if we are saying elders should respect those grade 7s? If they say,
do we say
I have
that
a right,
though?
I have a right to smoke. I want to smoke, right?
Okay.
Because I have the freedom to do so, right? I want to express myself by doing anything. So if a grade 7 or Ndwava is smoking, and you're like, hey, wenzani? It's like, hot money.
Is it disrespectful to the elders, or is it disrespectful just in general?
I think it's disrespectful to the elders.
Okay, so
because most of the things.
So I'm not an elder, so it's not disrespectful to me.
To you.
Is that what you're saying?
I mean, depending on.
Let's take Banele's dad,
Yeah.
right, who from time to time comes to studio.
Yes.
And the grade 7 passes here.
Yeah.
And smokes in front of us. And Banele's dad happens to be here.
Yeah.
So it's disrespectful to him and not to me because he's an elder. Is that what you're saying?
But the term elder means older.
Okay.
Right.
At which age do we consider you an elder?
And maybe if we divide the ages by decades,
Okay.
Because a kid who's 10 years, there's a huge difference between one that is 20 now.
20,
Okay.
yes.
And then a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old is way different.
Yeah.
But a 30 and a 40, not so much, right? So, but I hear what Mo is saying, that in terms of commanding respect, obviously for the one who is younger, you have to respect the one that's older by shying away from doing certain things in their presence.
Okay.
Right? And then, for example, with smoking. But then the elders, for them, it's like, okay, but I'm older now. I can do certain things. I can hold my wife by the hand.
Yeah, no, doing it is
in public.
I don't think is the conversation. The conversation here is at least maybe taking it, and I'll come back to what my bold claim is.
Yeah.
But by virtue of what Mo is saying and you adding on to it, so if a 13-year-old who's in grade 7 smokes in front of a first-year student in varsity who is 19 years old, would that be deemed as not disrespecting because this person is not an elder technically? I don't know by what standards that you guys are
But hence I
using.
was dividing it into age groups.
Okay.
So for example,
But you said elder means like automatically you're older. So the
older
19-year-old,
by age group.
yeah, the 19-year-old is somewhat older than the
But
13-year-old.
more or less still the same age group.
So that would not be deemed as disrespect
Not so much.
because this one would
They
be
are
smoking.
peers. They are peers.
So it's not disrespect.
Because they are peers.
So there's terms here, Khori, what age group you're in.
Hence, I'm saying that if we were to divide it by the decade,
Yeah.
then you have a age group that, yes, we might look like we were almost the same age, but definitely I'm more than 10 years your senior, right? So we're a different age group altogether.
Yeah.
In that case, that's different. You
Yeah.
can't do these things in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the law in South Africa permits that someone who is above the age of 21, they have, certain rights to do certain things. So if someone is 19, they are a teenager. So a teenager can see a 7-year-old or a 10-year-old boy smoking. So what the teen needs to do is to report to an elderly person. Yeah, he needs to report. Okay, I'm trying to reprimand this boy, but he's not listening because now we are in the same age.
Okay.
You understand? So let me report the matter to an elderly person so that they would know what to do, to say, hey, you're not supposed to do that. You're still young. But Malume, when you're doing it, yes, I'm doing it because I'm older than you. So let's respect
being older
each other
mean that
here.
you can do it in front of them?
It doesn't mean that.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that. But we see it. Look at our surroundings, our society. We have taverns. You don't see a 10-year-old sitting down drinking beer with elderly people.
Okay.
We see elderly people sitting with each other.
So that's fine.
If
them doing it in front of the kids, that's fine.
they can
And this is where I'm getting to.
they
it.
can control themselves.
This is where I'm getting to it. Because you see, this is why my claim, my hot take is that respect shouldn't be age exclusive. And I'll come with you. Let me cook these parts, right? My bold claim is that respect shouldn't be age exclusive. All right? Age alone doesn't guarantee wisdom, kindness, or fairness. Right? Respect must be earned through actions, not assumed through years. And this also ties to the conversation that we had that older doesn't mean wise a couple of weeks ago or about a month ago.
Yeah.
Did we not have the conversation?
We did,
right?
yeah.
And we said we would need a part 2. So maybe this can play as a light part 2 to that, right? Because here's the myth versus the reality. The myth is that elders are always wiser and therefore deserve unquestioned respect. That's the myth. The myth is that elders are always wiser and therefore deserve unquestioned respect. The reality on the other side of the coin is that wisdom does not come with age alone. It comes with reflection, humility, and growth. Studies show that the younger generations often bring sharper insights into technology, culture, and social change, yet their voices are silenced under the weight of tradition.
Ooh, the myth, ne? I would like to take away that elders are always wiser, right? I'm taking it away, but elders deserve unquestioned respect. Elders do deserve, because we know most families have that uncle who's disrespectful, who call people by names. But
And
if
that person
your aunt,
deserves our respect.
yeah, if an aunt sends, their daughter or their son to Malume, they say, please, can you go ask your uncle, right? Respectfully. Ask your uncle for so and so, or for whatever that you need, or whatever that the kid is being sent to. So the respect needs to be given.
Needs.
Yeah. So we can't say because
That's
Malume,
where my contention is. What needs? What should?
So let's say, for example, we have Lesedi. Lesedi is a 9-year-old, and we have Lesiba. Lesiba is an uncle who is a 51 or 47 right? He's disrespectful to the family, even to the young ones, right? And then we are like to Lesiba, don't respect your uncle.
That's not what the thing is here. So I think this is where you are getting it wrong.
Okay.
You think that a lack of respect means an abundance of disrespect. That's not always the case. Just because I don't respect you means not that I'm going to talk to you in a foul manner. No. I just don't respect you. I just don't respect you. And this is where now I'm coming with it. I feel and think that respect should be a general thing across the board. You get what I'm trying to say? And I'm going to use the example because that's more or less where I was going with it. You're an uncle who's misbehaving. Your actions, your moral system, your values, your character, your personality don't reflect that of a 51-year-old. So how am I? For what though?
I am.
For what?
I'm your elder.
Yeah,
I'm your elder. So respect.
And here's the thing, and this is where I think you might be missing it with Mr. B, and this is where the conversation was even the last time when we had it, is that just because I don't respect you means not that. So if Aunt Mang Mang is sending me to MooCee, Malume Mo to ask for this, that, and that, doesn't mean fail and then I'm going to talk to you as if I'm going down a hill. No, Malume Mo, Aunt Sbongile is asking for 1, 2, and 3, right? I am being
respectful.
Not respectful.
That's respectful.
But no. I'm being tolerant. Because if I were to lose that respect for you and start disrespecting you, the approach would be totally different.
Which means disrespect.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But because I'm tolerating you, I'm respecting the fact that I've been sent to you. But if it were up to me, I probably wouldn't even be engaging you because I have no respect for you. But lack of respect means not that I am going to disrespect you in terms of the approach or how I regard you. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't know if it's making sense.
It is. So now what you're saying is you disrespect me in your heart, but your actions show that you respect me.
I wouldn't call it respect. I would call it tolerance.
Yeah.
I would call it tolerance.
Because
I would call it accommodating. I'm accommodating how I regard you.
So
right? Because if push was to come to shove, I would show you that I go feel in terms of the level of respect that I give you.
Sharp, but at that very moment, there's two uncles.
Yeah.
You're sent to go do the very same thing on both of them.
On both sides, yeah.
And then you approach them the very same way.
Absolutely.
Then tell me what is the difference?
The difference is this side I respect. This side I'm tolerating, I'm accommodating. And I'm avoiding, because it's going to be a thing in the family now. We're at the family gathering. Now MooCee ubile le malumbanele as if he's speaking to his age mate. It's going to be an entire thing. And because I'm younger, I'm going to be deemed as if I'm disrespectful. But if I try to stand for what I believe in terms of, Mara, this man pees himself in front of us. How am I to respect him? This man shouts at his wife and beats his wife in front of us. How am I to respect you as an uncle? This man speaks foul of his children or swears at us or does 1, 2, and 3 things that don't deem you as a 51-year-old to be given the level of respect of this man who
100%.
Has stature. So how am I to give you my respect? How are you deserving of my respect by virtue of your age?
That's you questioning why.
Absolutely.
Now that's fine, but I'm saying you still go up to that uncle who is disrespectful,
yes,
and you.
Or who doesn't deserve my respect.
Who doesn't deserve your respect.
Absolutely.
But then you act in a way similar to the one that is deserving of your respect.
Sure. Yeah.
So are you then saying that respect is more of an internal thing that is separate from what you act out?
At points, sure.
Right.
At times.
So now the second question is then respect a thing that is more or less something that you would feel when for someone, but you would not necessarily show it to the next person?
In certain situations, not across the board, and not always.
Right.
Because I judge it based on the things that I mentioned. Your character, your value system, your morality, your personality, how you carry yourself out in society. All those things are a barometer for me to scale whether you are deserving of my respect. And respect for me is a general thing.
Sure.
Matters not what your age is. I respect you, and I respect you, Junior, when he walks in here, right? And he's a kid. Junior is a kid on all of us here, but I still respect him, young as he is, right? But based on how he carries himself out after our meeting or our engagement or, our acquaintanceship or whatever you want to refer to it or how you want to refer to it, then that deems how high or the scale of respect that I will give to you, whether it's going to decrease or increase. That's where I'm coming from. That you're not naturally deserving of my respect because you're a 51-year-old, but you do foul things. That's where I contain both should, both need, because like I feel tradition has conditioned us in a sense that in society, absolutely, we've been trained, because you are older. You understand? And for the most part, I will give it to you. For the most part, older in some instances does mean that grandmother or that uncle is very wiser. You understand? Has lived, has the experience, will give you great advice. But it's not always the case. And I always contend that for the mere fact that there's that 1 out of the 10, it means there is the opposite on the side, and it means it can't be a general thing across the board that we standardize in society. And so for me, I can't be giving you my respect by virtue only because you are an elder when you are 50 years or you are 55 years. I'm sorry.
But if we take stats and be honest,
I grant them to you.
Let's take a look at what 20, 30 years ago, right?
I grant that to you,
where every child, and I'm talking, let's say, from an elder's perspective, every child is your child. You could discipline any child.
Absolutely.
Fast forward 2026,
the same is no longer
you can't do the same. And then if you take a look at the level of disrespect that the young ones are,
or the generation, the difference in the generation and the level of respect that they show to older people, you can tell there's a difference. Absolutely.
Day and night.
Absolutely.
That these young ones are more disrespectful.
Because
you would see a kid. By kid, I mean like a teenager or even the early 20s.
A couple kissing in front of you.
Exactly.
And
or
they wouldn't
bottles in hand. And all of those things. Right? So it shows, Uguti, the teachings of old. There was some benefit of being taught that naturally, not conditioning, naturally, if someone is older, consider that individual your parent. Irregardless of what is it that they do. That was the teaching of old. So now take that teaching of old away, then this is what's happening
and
right
apply
now.
it now. I'll grant that to you.
I mean, that's why I also come in and saying it's really sad because the condition that you're talking about, because I had a situation, I think it was back in 2011, 2012, when it was my grandmother's funeral, right? I have this uncle, when he's drunk, he talks to anyone the way he likes, right? But because the uncles know something, because that's where I'm coming in to say, I think sometimes respect also comes with what you know, the knowledge that you have. Even if that person can swear at you, call you names, but you know they have the information, maybe of the family, that you can use to be of help, right? So this uncle of mine, he's that person. Even if when he's sober, he's quiet, but immediately when you talk to him, he just, blasts, right, and talk to you anyhow. But
after intake.
Yes. Okay. Right. So what happened is he's the one who knows how to slaughter a cow. And the family at that point, they feel like we can't call someone outside of family to come and slaughter the cow. Mr. K knows how to slaughter the cow. Okay. And Mr. K is a disrespectful elder.
Okay.
So what they need to do is they know that if we approach Mr. K with respect, Mr. K is also going to respond in a manner of, okay, guys, I'm going to do this because it's part of family.
But
right?
Do you hear what you are saying? That's a circumstance. That's situational.
Yeah, so the condition also, that's why sometimes it comes unquestioned. Whether I need to respect him because I've been set to ask uncle.
That's where I'm contending. I'm sorry.
Reality, that's what's happening.
And whose reality though?
Many families.
Exactly. The fact, and that's why I get it, Mr. Mo. I grant Mr. B saying the stats. Absolutely, the stats show that there's a significant higher number of. But the fact that it doesn't apply 10 out of 10. That's where I'm at, and I'll always be on that side of the one. The fact that there's 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 means not that it can apply across the board. I'm sorry. And so we can't use things like that's how reality is. Whose reality? How reality? Say Rona really nine. So rather be specific in your choice of words and say Rona really nine. The 9 of us, this is our reality. as opposed to saying this is reality.
Yeah, elders need to be respected across all board.
For those of us who function under that rule of need and should.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if I'm making sense.
You
that's,
are.
That's where my contention is
You
for me.
are.
I'm sorry.
So the way I see it is more like a journey. You get young people that travel the journey of life and they mature in age. And then as they mature in age, there's people that are coming up behind them, right? So here's the thing. By reaching a certain age, naturally, you should be respected, right? And then...
Based on what? Age, fella.
Yes, just
Fella.
just on
Because you are
age.
50-year-old, tshwanetse le go tlhompe.
Yes, but now you see,
Mdala.
when I say naturally, for example, someone like an elderly person that comes through and is disrespectful, the only thing I will do respectfully is just to walk away,
Sure.
and not pay any mind or attention to that
Sure.
individual. But then there's levels of respect.
So
If I want to keep such an individual in my life and close to my life, then that's a different story. But Masektiwa, go to so and so, do 1, 2, and 3. I will have to do it respectfully.
Yeah, no, it's not what this is where I agree with you to some level, right? Or to some extent on some level with that statement. In that, I'm not saying that just because I don't have respect for you, I'm disrespectful. That's not what it means. For me, how I approach it and how I see it is, it's a general thing across the board. I respect everyone. Everyone.
I agree.
Everyone. I do. Right? But the level of respect and how I scale it is based on those things that I mentioned. So if you're someone in society, I'm sorry, the level of respect that I have for you is going to decrease. It's going to decrease, and I can't give you that high level of respect that I give the stature of a man, this great, respectful, honorable man in society that I can go to and say, Babu Sbanbani, I'm going through 1, 2, and 3. Please advise. And that man will sit me down and will go take me through the journey of life as a male individual. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Man to man, as a 26-year-old, this is how these things go. This is what I think. This is how I approached it. You understand? Versus, I'm not saying I'm going to condone everyone to disrespect you or go around society or a neighborhood telling Uti, hey, no, that's not what I'm going to do. But the level of respect, don't expect the same respect that I give to this man to be given to you.
Sure.
Because you and this person are not the same in terms of value, morality, character, behavior, and all of those other things. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, I do. So let's say Shabalala walks in, right?
Shabalala.
Admiral.
Oh, okay.
Right, so you stand and greet.
Absolutely.
Right, and then there's someone
else
just walks in.
Yeah.
It's like Eta Shapuzet.
And the same age.
Yeah, same age. Now you see, for the one that you sat down and greeted, were you disrespectful?
Say that again. Give that analogy again.
Admiral Shabalala walks in.
You
stand up.
Sure.
You probably stop what you're doing. It's like, hey,
sure,
Admiral, how you doing?
Sure.
Right. And then
someone else walks in.
Yeah, someone walks in. It's like
I would offer them the same thing.
No, but let's just say
I do two different things.
Okay. Where you just sit down like Eta Shapuzet.
Sure.
That's it. Now I'm asking about the second one. Were you being disrespectful by just sitting down and saying Eta?
No.
You were not, right?
Yes.
So that's where the difference is, where it is still respect.
So.
It is still respect.
Okay.
Naturally, because by birth, it is a birthright to be respected.
Yeah,
right.
Respected.
So you gave respect to the second guy, but
maybe
then
not on the
with
same
the
level.
First one, you did it to a certain level.
Absolutely.
Right. So, but what we are saying is that you still need to give that respect.
I don't need to give you my respect.
But you do, though.
I don't, though. Why? Why do you think you're so deserving of my respect? Wait, like guys, maybe it is. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm coming from a lack of experience, or maybe I'm clouded on some level. I'm sorry, guys. Please talk to me. Why? Why should I give you my respect? Why? Based on what?
Sure. Because of this human thing that we have. The same way, whenever there's a funeral, even if someone has left
Note
this
that
earth,
you're also citing a situation.
a
here.
situation,
Absolutely.
right? It doesn't matter. Let's just say it's the same guy, right?
Sure.
In a funeral setup, the amount of respect that you would give Uguti, but this individual is no more, ne?
Sure.
And the way that we were taught is that even when you see a funeral, you'd have to stop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Naganja, because it's a human being, you give that respect.
Yeah.
But if you were to see a dog lying on the side of the road, to you it's nothing. You just pass and that's
Sure.
it.
Sure.
But by virtue that you are a human being, there's that level of respect.
That you
I'll
can.
grant you that.
However small it is,
I'll grant you that.
for some, if President Ramaphosa walks in, some people might revere him and give respect to Pezul.
Sure.
But just by being human, there's that little bit amount of respect
I think you're referring to respect being an innate thing. It is.
for everyone.
It's an innate thing. Absolutely. It is. I agree and I grant you that. But do I need to give it to you? Should I give it to you by virtue of age alone? Alone, age.
So-
When I'm 57, fela.
So-
generally,
okay.
and this is where my contention is I give it across the board.
To everyone,
Generally,
yeah.
I do. I give it.
Yeah.
It's there. I have it, and to a large extent, it is a teaching. It is a conditioning,
Yes.
right?
I was about to say
It is,
that.
and maybe I don't conditioning. Maybe it sounds like husnat. No, there are conditions or conditioning
'Cause there are
situations
people
that are good,
who are taught
right?
how to respect.
Absolutely,
There are people
absolutely.
who are taught,
right.
when now you need to learn how to respect people.
Well, understand. There's nothing wrong with those things. There's nothing wrong, guys. We come from different families, different backgrounds,
Yeah.
different situations, and things of that nature.
Yeah,
Granted, sure,
yeah.
right. So for me, it's a general thing across the board.
Yeah.
Matters not how old you are. Hey, especially if I don't know you. I'm gonna give it to you. Hi, how's it going? Great. My name is MooCee, and you are. Hi, my name is Moeketsi, blah blah blah. And right, and then we start engaging.
Yeah.
We start seeing each other on a regular basis. Or from time to time, we bump into each other. Hey, Mr. Mo, how's it going? And then I start learning the person that you are now. Now this is where the barometer comes in. This is where the scaling comes in. You know? How do you behave when we're together in society, out in a social setting, out with friends, in a professional setting? How do you behave when your girlfriend or your wife is here? How do you behave around your family, your kids? How do you understand?
Yeah.
That's where, Mr. B, we start scaling on the levels, But across the board, I gave you respect on our first engagement.
Yeah.
Wrong understand. But because it's decreasing, or the levels of the respect that I'm giving to you are decreasing, means not that I'm disrespectful.
Yeah.
I just don't regard you like that. And that's where now I feel like I don't need to give you my respect. I'll be accommodative. I'll be tolerant. I'll be respectful in a general sense of just being a human being, like you're mentioning, Mr. B. But in terms of how I regard you one-on-one personally, so I'm sorry, my brother. And especially if we're going to point out age as the only virtue, fella. Hi, Chief. No, I'm sorry. I can't. I personally can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
Look, just like how we're saying, for other people, they grow up without knowing what is respect.
Sure.
Right? So they will teach themselves, or they will let the street teach them. Because with these young ones, nowadays, they teach themselves that you should respect someone who has a certain standard or status in society.
In society,
you know,
sure.
if you have
Or
a
in
car,
life.
more life in, you're
How much
working,
money you have,
yes,
type of clothes you
that
wear,
person
all those
deserves to be respected.
Would you not say that is also a form of conditioning or a style of
It
conditioning?
is.
Do you get what I'm trying to
It
say?
is a conditioning.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And so I feel like we should break out of some of these conditions or conditionings that we've been put in society, and start thinking for individual. Like, what do you feel?
But we're in a queue, ne?
Yes. Note again, you're citing a situation
which
Absolutely.
addresses the age exclusiveness.
Sure.
This kid says, sees this elderly person walk up in front of the queue and says, no, Brian, ne? Just because umdala doesn't mean that you can cut in the queue. You need to stand here with us. So everyone should be on the same level. What would you think? What would you say to that?
Honestly, I would be split in two. I'd be split in two. I would honestly be split in two. Because to some level, on some extent, he's not wrong though. He's not wrong. We're all in queue, and everyone wants to pay. Everyone, all of us want to pay and get out and do our own things, right? But because of how we were taught and how society is shaped, that side of me would come in and say, "I when son when you can wait for an extra 10 minutes, let this person." That's why I'm saying I would absolutely be split in two.
Challenge.
When ufuna mina personally, it's no longer now an age thing.
No, but conversationally.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but wait. So, are you saying it's okay for him to jump in front of the queue?
No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay, and I'm not saying it's okay.
But you're allowing it.
I'm not saying it's okay.
Are we allowing it?
I'm not. I'm neither also saying that it's okay for the elder to cross and jump the queue. Right. That's why I'm being honest here. I'd absolutely be split in two. In that he wouldn't be wrong. I feel and think that he wouldn't be wrong. Why are you jumping the queue? Because I'm Dala. And every one of us is older than someone. So what are you saying?
No, but Dala, you need to be respected.
Yeah, but nami ngimdala. Ngimdala nami. What are you talking about? You're 51 and so if you want respect, you need to give it. And this is where I think society loses it, is that because it's an expectation of age, elders start thinking that they can talk to us however they want. And that's where I contend. A human thing. It's no longer an age thing. You're 51, but you're not behaving of an age of your age group, man. What are you doing? That's where now we start contending, and it's not respect now. I'm going to challenge now your authority in terms of who you are as an individual. I'm challenging your character. I'm challenging your standing as an individual. I'm challenging your value system, your morality, not your age. Age says nothing. Now let's talk in terms of maturity levels, reasoning capacity. Do you get what I'm trying to say? All those things count, Mr. Mo, and I can't just give you my respect for the mere fact that you are 57 years. I'm sorry, that's just me as
I think when we put it like that, and when we get deep into the cultural aspect,
yes,
because there's programs that we've watched and there's cultures. They'll tell you whether you have that intellect or you can reason to the level of capacity. Okay, it's an understanding statement. Some cultures, just because of your age, they would never take it. They would never take
and
it.
You're so side skewed, like you are a backwards thinker. But because you're an elder in society, in our community, we need to respect you.
Yeah,
and I'm not trying to put education or having gone to school as a thing, but it counts. The fact that I spent 4 years in varsity learning whatever I learned means that on some level there are things that I'm knowledgeable about that you're not, and in that situation you'd find that we're actually talking to something that pertains to something that I went to school for, and you want to challenge me because you are older.
I will guide you.
What do you know though? Okay, do you know ChatGPT? That pa. Do you get what I'm trying to say, Mr. B? And I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. So as we're speaking to culture, and we're closing off this conversation in a second, but in culture, questioning elders is seen as disrespect. But blind respect can enable toxic authority. We've seen families, workplaces, and even politics where age is used as a shield against accountability. Respect should be reciprocal, not inherited, right? Age should not be a free pass to dismiss younger voices.
We are seeing it right now in our parliament, right? Because they're like, yes, you guys want to come into parliament and make new policies, make up the new democracy because it was given to the young people.
Yes, sir.
But the elders are like, no, guys, you don't understand what it took for this country to be where it is.
Yes, sir.
Right? So that means our voices can't be heard because of where we are. So we need to...
Because I was born in 94.
Yes.
When democracy was gained in South Africa. It means now...
You are born free.
It means now you and I can come to the table. You see, this is where now being clouded comes in. Do you get what I'm trying to say? This is where now backwards thinking or sideward thinking comes in. You are clouded by the fact that you umdala. And umdala means not, and we spoke about it the last time, older means not that you are wiser, or older that means not that you are always wiser in certain things. There are certain aspects of life, and I made the ridiculous example of only 2 out of 10, or only 2 out of 50 when I go to school. Does it mean automatically when I saw them because now you are 57 years?
Yes, I'm a financial advisor.
Only 2 out of 50. When I go school, you were 2 out of 50.
But that's academics.
Don't measure my
we've spoken,
intelligence with
and
academics.
I'm being purposeful in this example. I know it doesn't apply across the board, but I'm just making a ridiculous example purposefully to show you the point that I'm trying to make. Only 2 out of 50. I know you bought the city that you are in. We know. We've seen the evidence.
Sure.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? I know it doesn't apply across the board because you might not be smart academically, but in terms of homemaking and other stuff, whatever, you're quite well versed. You're knowledgeable, right? And there's other aspects we can go into. We have explored that, but I'm trying to make the point that sometimes all that doesn't always mean wiser in every aspect.
Sure.
There's certain spaces that you need to realize as umntomdala gore ke mnate go feta. And I think it's an ego thing for elders that their ego is bruised. To be told by umntana omncane, a 20-year-old una 50 sekayakutshela ukuthi mara time mara no mara. Ngenhlonipho umuntu omdala ngenhlonipho you're wrong here. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. This is where I think as society we lose it because of this conditioning. Older deserves respect by virtue of just being older, and that's not the case. And this is where I contend with it. In closing it, the evidence and the shockers is here. Surveys reveal that many young professionals feel undervalued in workplaces dominated by older leadership, right?
Yeah.
Despite bringing fresh skills and perspectives. And here's a shocker. Psychologists note that respect based solely on age can stunt intergenerational collaboration, creating resentment instead of harmony. And it's exactly truth.
That's where we are.
When I say 10 years old,
yeah, bafethu.
mara ngimnandi ukudlula.
Ministrating yasazi mina. I know the streets, guys.
So, as one of the founding fathers,
Yes.
as a Vooka, ne?
Yeah.
One day life happens. Yeah, pooza, shawchwala. And then figure this
And a
kid
young
out. I
kid.
mean, ngimnandi ukudlula. Fana mangidelela.
And I think here's the thing. I think elders, this is where they should come in, right? Gore, if you're going to claim that I need to respect you, back it up. Like back it up.
Yeah. See some work.
Back it up, my brother. In whatever aspect of life, whether professional, societal, economical, social. No, back it up. It's fine. Like
Mara, I was a boss, baba.
Remember yesterday?
I was the CEO of Transnet.
But you remember the conversation we had with that other guy, right? Yeah, he's in his 50s.
Yes.
He's in his 50s. He's like, I was doing this, that, and the other. We won't say what he mentioned.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm trying to say. But back it up. If I'm going to lose respect for you as an elder and you want me to give it to you by virtue of age, no, but you need to back it up. I just can't give it to you.
Give us more.
Not more, but back it up, my brother. Back it up, because if I'm going to base it on my morality and my value system and my behavior, I know that I get my most thing as a 26-year-old now, Gilimus Pelacanal 26. I get my most thing get a little snacks 30 days. I know. I try to present myself in a very respectful manner in society in general. And you're doing the opposite as an older person. Like, can you back it up? Can you show up how I show up?
So that same uncle, ne?
Yes.
Ukhulisile.
And?
Yeah, ukhulisile, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. That's your backing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with a lot it is.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does.
No pega.
No pega.
Yabona le English oyikhulumayo
Yes.
manje. Ungakhohlwa ukuthi yimi.
In.
English le.
Yeah, iyenzani uwe in. What happened with
The
my
reason you are where you are, ne?
Yes.
Is because I made that possible.
Like how?
Fake scale.
So
Talk to
that's
me.
why ngifake scale.
Okay.
Fake scale.
And
Ngahafele varsity.
Sure.
Yonke into ngikwenzela ukuthi ufike la.
Yeah.
Now you are too smart, man.
I'm not being too smart.
You're disrespectful.
You are disrespectful.
No, I'm not.
Yadelela.
I'm not being disrespectful. Malome, Haribu. I get hotel motswadi. I get. Please listen to me carefully. I'm not being disrespectful with you. And this is where now I think, on those kinds of situations, the table needs to be open. And that's the ego talking now.
Oh, to you.
That's the ego
To a young
talking.
one. Open
Exactly.
a table. Yay.
That's the ego
Mela
talking.
shawe lo mfana.
That's the ego talking. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Magathelwe
Now you
induku.
feel like
Magathelwe
your
induku.
ego is bruised because you feel challenged. You feel backed up into a wall. if a young kid, I mean, it's happened, I'm sure, with the three of us, guys. It's happened where a younger guy or girl in society challenges our perspective, challenges our view on life or in the situation that we're in, and brings great reasoning capacity. And you feel like it hits you up because umdala, and you are expecting you're going to be nicer by virtue of just being older, and that's not the case in some situations. There's younger guys and girls who are going to show you up. I'm sorry, they are though. And motswadi ke tlo go bolela gore ha ke go telle motswadi, but yes, ke a dumela, you did all of those things for me. You did take me to school and whatever. I'm not backchatting. You see, how is it backchatting? I'm talking to you nicely. And this is where the difference would be, Mr. B. This is where the difference would be. But do you hear how I'm regarding this person? I'm not being disrespectful.
No,
because listen. If I were, no, but I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and that's the ego. That's where the ego. Cause if I were to show the opposite of not respecting you or regarding you in a respectful manner, I would be talking to you how you're talking to me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And this is where I think elders lose it. Because if I were to be disrespectful to you or regard you in a very disrespectful manner, you'd be surprised. It would be a total opposite of how I am now.
So these teachings, sorry, this is the last one from
me. Closing it off, yes.
In the Bible, Noah went through a terrible ordeal.
Yes, sir.
Because he just saw the whole, the
world being
underwater, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
he goes through this period, and then eventually they land Mount Ararat.
Yes, sir.
And then he changes as an individual. He starts taking a lot of wine, grapes, to the point where at one point he was so drunk that he lay naked, and he had two sons. So the one son came through and spoke about his father's nakedness, but the second one covered his father's nakedness. So there's two teachings. The first one is that when you just saw your father being naked and you went and you told everyone, right? Because what are you doing, right? But the second one came through from a respect level. I need to cover my father's nakedness. And then when Noah learned about the two, his inheritance went to the second son.
Okay, fair.
Right?
I get that.
So it is a teaching.
Was he wrong? Was the first one wrong?
Absolutely.
In saying,
absolutely.
How could you drink to that level where I would argue and say he was wrong is in telling everyone and how he went about approaching the situation. But the question
Noah could have said, look, but we're the only ones here. So.
But I understand. I'm not saying I'm condoning the actions of the first one, but no. When I saw your post, like that lady from Parliament who her news were leaked, like why as a 65-year-old are you taking news before? Why are you doing that? No, but whatever surfaced on social media, why are you taking part in such things? And we lose respect for you, and then you're surprised. But why? What are your actions? Labantwana can't tell you just fair. Like that man from that other country who did things with the wives of other men in parliament. Like, how do we respect that guy now in society? How do we? He's older, he is. So now we need to regard him as, baba, yes, man, I'm sorry. Nope. You are older, but your actions, sorry. Lastly, for everyone who's listening and watching, I want to pose it to you. Have you ever felt silenced just because you were younger? Or have you seen elders misuse respect as entitlement? Right? Respect isn't about age, it's about action. If you want it, earn it. If you give it, make sure it's deserved. And that's my hot take for this closing Friday, ending it off on such a high note, Mr. B.
It was hot. It was hot.
Absolutely. And I knew that it would prompt all of us, man.
Yeah,
Because our
yeah.
perspectives are so different, right? And we come from different environments and all of those kinds of things. But I think it's an interesting one, and I'd love to hear from you. What do you think? Should age be age exclusive? Because that's my hot take for this morning. Respect should not at all be age exclusive. Dial the number 0604933226 and use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show to share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. This is where we're going to close it off and say goodbye to you. But I know that before we do that, Mr. Mo wants to take us through some of the things that he has on his side.
Yep.
And then him and I and Mr. B are going to be gearing up for the Morris Isaacson Center for Music Africa Day Festival celebration that will be taking right there at Meckham in Soweto. And that's how we're going to be spending our weekend. But with that being said, stay safe, stay warm, and stay cautious. Yes, sir.
Yeah, with that being said, you know that we always have some of the top stories taking place on some of our social media platforms. So what we have for you this Friday morning is our own Tyler, who has received 2 nominations at the 2026 BET Awards for her hit single Chanel. The song is nominated in the Video of the Year and Viewers' Choice categories. This recognition highlights the global success and viral impact of Chanel. What you need to know is that Tyler's Chanel has secured double nomination at the 2026 BET Awards. The nomination are for Video of the Year and Viewers' Choice. The song gained international attention through viral social media traction and streaming success. The BET Awards ceremony is scheduled to take place in June 2026 in LA, and Chanel was released in October 2025, which was last year, and became a global hit driven by viral dance challenge and strong online engagement. What's next is attention shifts now to the BET Awards ceremony, where Tyler will compete against top global artists. The nomination positions her as a leading African artist on global stage with potential for further recognition.
That's cool,
beautiful,
man.
beautiful,
Absolutely
for
beautiful
our
work.
own.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's not DNA, just
Yes.
RSA, my brother.
Just RSA,
yes, sir.
man.
Yes,
Beautiful
sir.
Tyler doing the things right there, and that is where we're going to be closing it off for this beautiful Friday morning till we see each other tomorrow, enjoying some good music right there at the Morris Isaacson Music Center. So with that being said, I would like just to let you know to have a very nice and a safe weekend. To take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
As we are, of course, approaching winter.
Guys, check us out at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
At 3 p.m., Mr. B, I'm sure you can show it there on the screen very quickly. At 3 p.m., guys, myself, Mr. Mo, and a lovely lady who goes by the name of Mama Zap. We're going to be taking care of you right there on the decks, man. And it's going to be such a blast. So I absolutely look forward to the Africa Day celebration. And this is where we're going to be. As you can see, MooCee, Mr. Mama Zap, and of course DJ Mo are going to be live on TikTok on the Vooka Breakfast Show page, giving you great tunes, closing off the Africa Day celebrations that will be taking place, like I said, at the Morris Isaacson Center for Music. All things start at 3 p.m. and I look forward to seeing you on the social streets. Coolio.
Yep, enjoy your beautiful weekend.